Casa Marcielo, my little brother who I love so much. He was 4 years old when he died. And his name was Marcial. And I named the property in his name. Mares, ocean, and cielo, sky. Marcielo, mar and sky. Marcielo, my brother.
And which was the first structure that was here, or that you built?
Structure that was there, it was that one right over there. Those white walls, only those white walls on the front of us. That addition, we did it a few years ago, so my wife can have her studio there.
Oh, on the outside?
On the outside, yeah. But it was not there, that thing.
So nothing was here at all when you started?
Absolutely, but the land, rocks, wild animals, a lot of plants, no bougainvilleas, no banana trees. Well, yeah, actually there were some wild banana trees and papaya trees, but during the construction, they began changing position.
It's beautiful.
La comida. This art, my wife makes it. We are doing a railing here, and she decided to decorate the posts with some of her pieces that she made special for the posts. So we are going to make a beautiful railing here pretty soon. Like we do everything little by little, 1 or 2 things at a time every 6 months that we come here. Stay here, do some construction, enjoy the weather. The palomas too. Okay, adios, gracias. So yeah, these steps, Noé is his name. He has a dump truck and a bulldozer. And him and I and another guy set up all these stones, one by one, with his help, with the bulldozer, and us directing the stone in a way that we can have it as a step. So nothing of this was here. It was just downhill, kind of a rough thing. He chose for me the stones. It took to him 2 years to collect one by one in areas that he was pulling up stone for other constructions areas. So one day he said, okay, we'll have him. Yeah. It was really hard labor. I really hurt my shoulder and doing this thing. I already have it in a bad shape, but here, these things are really heavy. So yeah, this is the construction of the first construction of the house. And we did the obra negra first.
And obra negra?
Obra negra is not stucco, it's no, they call them es el recubrimiento of the blocks of the tiles. Without any of that, without any electrical wires, no faucets, only
Concrete block?
concrete block. They're about this big, these concrete blocks. We haven't made a special for this construction because we want to have widened walls, no small walls. We wanted widened walls. So we ordered them, the architect ordered them to do the construction of the house. So for a long time, this patio was, we come into the house just some plain dirt like over there. Kind of like nice dirt, not, I mean, pocket, compact dirt.
Yep.
And, some stepping stones and just that. So it took us many years to come to do this part of the house. After we put windows, doors, electrical wires, bringing electricity, cost us a lot of money to do that, pay with our own money to pay for the wires and the transformador and the post. And then apply for the connecting of the transformador to the wires and giving to us the electricity. It took about 3 years altogether to do just that. So we live in the house without electricity. Well, we did not live here. We came to stay here for a while, 10 days or so, and stay here without any electricity, without, running water, yes, with a pipe or in a hose.
So this was very much a long process.
It has been a long process.
Very long process.
Yeah.
So the first structure was this one here.
Yeah.
And then the rest were added on.
And then we had this little thing. It was not like this, so it also changed a little bit. And then we did that after we have this, because we wanted to have something for the help for the guy who will stay here in this property the entire year, day and night, with his wife, and they live here. So they took care of the property.
And they stayed up here
While
on the
we
left.
were not there. And that was their home that we built thinking of them so they can have a place of their own, because they used to sleep inside this room here in the kitchen.
Originally, they stayed in this
Originally,
home.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then from there, we moved them over there.
And this structure here?
This is fairly new. This is only 2 years old. That is sort of bodega. That is where my wife keeps her kiln and the lavanderia, the washing area. And there is a little other room for storage, and a little other room. There's 3 rooms, one for the storage, one for the lavanderia, and one for a small bed. So if I have some friend that comes to visit me, he can stay there. It's very nice too. Yeah. This floor, this stone is local, meaning it's not imported from anywhere else but in Mexico. They call it cantera. Most of this stone, they use them for walls on churches, buildings of the last 2 centuries, as a wall decoration or making the wall look nice. They don't use them so much on floor, so I decided to put them on floor because it matches a little bit the palm trees, the color of the palm trees, trunks, and also we have 5 dogs. And having 5 dogs, I want to have something that is not so bright or anything. Yeah.
Easy to clean.
This easy to clean, nothing to worry about. It took us, I would say, an entire year to do this, but not to install it. To install it was, 2 months to do that. But to pay for it, to purchase the staff, and all those things. It's a little, doing construction in Mexico for foreigners, which I'm not, in a way I am, it's a little difficult because people want to have a little bit of you, and that a little bit of you is money.
I see.
So they trick you in ways, I am there, I will come, they don't come, I need some money, you give money to them, they don't show up, later on they disappear or something. So the construction is a kind of like a gamble that we are doing. Probably today is a lot easier because there is other people from Germany or from Italy building homes here for people. But still, there is a shortage of workers, and they all are really late in everything. They say to you, okay, I'm coming tomorrow, and that tomorrow, it takes weeks. They are going to finish the thing, and they never finish the thing till 3 months later or 4 months later. So this used to be our first living area, this whole thing. There was nothing behind there. Our bed was like right here. This was our bed, and that was our patio, right here. Our bed, we go all the way there. And for kitchen, we used to cook outside on a stove because we did not have counters. We don't have any of that till the time we built the counters. And we start buying furniture little by little. Pieces from Guadalajara, Tlaquepaque. Now we even have things from the United States that we purchased there. My dogs, because the mice, that comes once in a while. So this bedroom, we did it after the design of those rooms in the kitchen and the living room. We decided to make this room because we have the flat, totally flat, and it would match exactly the other layout of the floor. So they began doing the cementation of the house, the foundation of the house, and they call me and they say, hey, you have that space there, and that's great for you if you wanted to build just the walls. Just build walls around. You don't have to spend so much money. We are here with the workers. Everything is here. Let's make that other room. And a friend of ours, Maria, really convinced me that it was good for us to do it, even if we were going to be kind of counting pennies for everything that we were going to be spending for our everyday life. So we built this. We say, okay, let's build it. And they build it as an obra negra. And then we have this entire thing.
So obra negra, no windows and doors.
No windows and doors.
What did you do initially?
What I did?
Yeah. How'd you keep the bugs out?
Well, we covered up ourselves with our blankets. And actually, around our bed, we put one of those canopies. And it was really kind of like nice. It was romantic to get inside of that net thing. And but we really came here only for a week or 2 weeks while the construction, when the construction was finished, the obra negra. We would come and stay and observe the house. What do we need to do? What are we going to do next? So that's when we began with the doors and the windows and enclosing the house. We need to enclose the house, right? So we did that with 3 carpenters one have to do the whole thing, but it quit on us. The other one, the same thing. So we have to hire another one. So it was a constantly turning of some help for that. And for this door here, it's totally a different story because we have the screen doors here made of just screens, no protection of real door. It was just a screen to keep the mosquitoes out. That's what basically we did. To know that we don't want the bugs to come into our living room or dining room. So for this thing, we hire an architect, engineer from Puerto Vallarta, who's somebody very famous in Vallarta who sells marble. He recommended to me. He said, you want somebody who will give to you the work that you need on time and honest. So I contacted him, and he came over, measured this thing, gave to me the appraisal, how much it would cost me, and he did it exactly as I was told. That was one really nice thing. That man keeps working for us. Every time that we need to replace a window, we want to replace a window, we call him, comes, takes measurements, gives to us a window of this aluminum. This aluminum. So we're going to change little by little our doors to aluminum because it's much easier to keep them clean.
And are you still expanding on the house?
We are still spending on the house, yeah.
What's next?
I think that, well, the really next closest thing is to have some areas for people to barbecue, have a nice barbecue, cooking little station, and another little station for dining, for eating their meals. That's the real next thing that we are going to do, plus taking care of the property. There are things that we need to fix all the time. So the other really thing that we are thinking and doing is giving some work to the kitchen. We need a little more space when we have company. We don't have enough space for working. And also adding my wife's studio, Carol's studio, to enlarge it a little bit and to make it a little decent because she has basically no space and she needs that. So that's the next thing to do. And we go towards the kitchen, the entrance door or around the. So this is the other addition of the house. Thinking about our daughter and husband and 2 kids. It's a bungalow, and the name of the bungalow, or I don't know if it's a bungalow or whatever, but it's Balandra's bungalow.
The Balandra is your daughter?
And Balandra's my daughter. She's married to a very nice man, and they live in the States close to us. So we built it for them for whenever they wanted to come and vacationing. And we keep them for them. We facilitate it to friends. We facilitate it to somebody who wants to rent it. But we never imagined that we were going to be renting or facilitating the room so often to anybody. But this is Balandra's bungalow. And we built it about 5-6 years ago also. This was built as an obra negra, but they call it obra gris, or great way of finishing the product.
So when your daughter's not here with her husband, it's on Airbnb, yeah?
Yes, it is. And some friends who come from the States also. But yes, we offer it to as a rental for anybody who wants it.
And this isn't the only one you have.
No, it's not.
One next door.
This is another one that we just built 3 years ago. We do everything that we do honestly in sections, but like this casita, we finish it all together at once because we already have the experience with a bigger house. So by building it, except this porch was smaller. This porch was smaller, and about 3 years ago, we enlarged it after 2 years of finishing the house. We enlarged it with a canopy, or what is it, the ceiling, the roof. And what I'm saying is that we just, little by little, we keep building things. All right, so now we're coming into what we call it Oliver's bungalow.
Who is Oliver?
Oliver is my son. He's about, how old is 1985 was born. Or 1980? Yeah, 1980. Man, time goes fast. So yes, I named it Oliver because that's what I do. I named the house over there Casa Marcielo because my brother, Palandra because my daughter, Oliver because my son. And also I built in thinking that it was going to be his room. So this bungalow has not so much as the Balandra's bungalow. The same builders who built Balandra's bungalow built this thing. And also, again, it was not so stressful anymore because the guys were recommended by somebody else that we really appreciate a lot, very good old friends, those architects, and they stick to their schedule very good. They work all the time, and this was less painful to do the work. So this pathway has been done little by little also, and like this wall, we built it about 3 years ago only, and this was already built before, so little by little we compact the dirt here, and I don't want it to have grass or stones or nothing. I want to keep it as natural as it is. When we first purchased the land, these palm trees were as big as this one here. And we never cut down any of the palm trees. Wherever we needed to build, we respected the palm trees in whatever way we could. And we never knocked down basically no trees at all to build anywhere that we built.
And they're all coconuts?
All this is coconut water, all of these plants.
Do you harvest them every year?
I do. Now I do for me. Before I used to give them away and kept a little bit, and then we clean up the pond.
How many coconuts do you get every year?
Oh my God. Lots, like 400, 500. Yeah,
Many.
it's amazing. One palm tree can give you easily 30, 40 cocos. Yeah, a year. Easy. Not all of them have the, some get eaten by the ardilla, by the squirrels, or the birds. They pick the little green little coconut and they drop so they don't get to grow. But yeah. So this is our path to the water, to the beach, to the most beautiful beach anywhere in San Pancho. The most beautiful ocean. Well, the most beautiful ocean, the Riviera Nayarit, is beautiful. Look at the color of that water. Turquoise. Beautiful. Oh, there's a whale. They are there. Look at the sand of this beach. So fine, so perfectly. Just like salt, sugar. Look at the color.
How often do you see whales?
Almost every day, and in the months of January and February and March, or they pretty soon will start returning, going back to Alaska, or I don't know where exactly they come from, but still they are coming to have their babies all the way down to the Cabo Corrientes area, near Puerto Vallarta, behind. So this is the place where we walk every morning. We can sit down and have a picnic with our friends. There's the whale. Look, there's the whale. Look at the tail. To be in this place is really a blessing. It's really something that my wife and I, in our trips to Mexico, wherever we went, to the beach areas of Mexico, we always say to ourselves, let's buy a piece of land somewhere by the water one day. And we kept saying that. In my heart, I knew that it was true, that we were not kidding ourselves. We wanted to buy, because I'm Mexican and my wife loves Mexico, and it makes sense. So one day we came to this incredible place, and we saw it, and we say, this is it. No matter how much it's gonna cost us, or how much we don't have, or what do we have, let's buy this property. It was available. Nobody have built, no one palapa inside there, no nothing. We count all our monies and our blessings, and I told my wife, let's buy it. We still working hard. We are hardworking people. We don't spend money on expensive things, traveling anywhere to different parts of the world. We just work and save our money and we can afford it. So we did that. We borrowed some money from the bank, putting our house down somehow. My wife also knew how the money was to be moved, and we did it. We offered to the guy to buy it for the price that they asked, and we sealed the deal, and then we began our journey into the construction of the permits and the signing of the land. The family who owned the land, their father owned all this land here, Lydia's father. It was owned by one single family. And so yes, we never regret anything. We lost, in a way, we lost money here and there, $5,000 here, another $5,000 there, another one who did not give to you everything. But we never regret anything. We kind of like let it go immediately when things were not working in our way. We just keep going until today. We still are working in our project. But I feel by now that I really don't need nothing more of this land, but to keep it peaceful. And I mean, I love this beach. It's just really amazing. The light is incredible. The sunsets, the morning sets, the moon shining in the morning, and the early morning.